guys, it's Ginger. Just thought I'd get on here this Super Bowl Sunday and do a quick Chatty Car vlog. It is also Groundhog Day, so according to that old Groundhog dude, we are supposed to be having an early spring. I guess I'll believe it when I see it, because that's rare, but that's what they say. I don't know. Don't know when Groundhog became a meteorologist or whatnot, but you know. That's tradition, so we shall see if it happens. I just dropped Justin off at his truck. He's headed to Atlanta today. He's trying to get there early enough that he can get a place to park and catch the Super Bowl and, you know, not be on the road while it's on, so that he can actually maybe watch. He probably will miss the first little piece of it or so, but that's okay. He'll see the majority of it probably, so that's cool. And I'll be back home before it starts, so I'll get to watch it. I am mostly watching for commercials and halftime show performances. I don't really have a dog in this fight, so to speak, but I guess I'm pulling for the Chiefs because I like their quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is alright, and they do have one Alabama player. Reggie Ragland is on their team. He played for Bama back in the day. So, yeah, 49ers do not have any former Alabama players. And I've never really been a big 49ers fan, although my really awesome, one of my best friend, Ravens, who's born and raised Californian, she's a huge 49ers fan, so she's definitely pulling for her team today. Justin and I both really like Nick Bosa. He's an excellent player and seems to be a really all-around good guy. So I like him, but I guess just for today we're rooting for the Chiefs. But we'll see what happens, you know. I just hope that it turns out to be a really good, you know, energized, fun game to watch. And I think that it will be, so that'll be cool. I was disappointed that the Chiefs beat out the Titans because I really wanted to see Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill and the Titans actually make it to the Super Bowl this year, but that didn't happen. Of course, that's saying only because my Saints didn't make it. You know, I'm a Saints fan at heart. I guess they're the closest thing to a home team we have here in Mississippi. Unless you want to root for Atlanta, it's the next closest thing to a home team, and they do have a few former Alabama players, you know, Julio and Calvin Ridley and a few others, but I just, I don't know. I just never been a huge Falcons fan, so, I don't know. Just, we stick with our Saints around here. I guess both of my grandfathers, they were like complete opposites for the most part, but one thing they had in common is they were huge Saints fans. So it's just kind of in our family to be Saints fans. So yeah. But to be honest, I don't really watch every Saints game there is. I don't follow NFL really closely. I'm not, you know, like super huge fan when it comes to NFL games. I won't even try to lie or bring that, you know, out there and act like I am, because it's not true. I used to be a bigger fan. I used to watch pretty much every Saints game years ago, and I just kind of just fell off somewhere along the way. I'm definitely more of a college football fan. I do not miss an Alabama game if I can help it, like for real. So yeah. Sorry about the brightness. The sun is like super shiny today, which I'm not complaining about that because I'm just thankful that it's not raining. So happy that it's nice and sunny today. The wind is a little cool, but other than that, it's pretty nice out today. And I'm really happy about that. But on with the updates. I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I've not been perfect when it comes to my diet. My weight's been staying about the same. I probably really don't have a loss to report. Maybe a pound or so. And it's been like almost a month, so that's not saying much. But, you know, if I'm not going up, then I'm okay. My official weigh-in won't be until probably the 13th or so, because I actually was supposed to have an appointment on the 4th, and I rescheduled it. Just because it ran into some other stuff with work and finances and things. So I rescheduled it so that it'll fall after my next payday. Not that that's, you know, here or there, but anyway, that's just the truth. So yeah, anyway, I'm a little bummed because we filed our taxes today. Well, we didn't completely file them, but I like worked them up on the computer. Found out that we owe $5 more in federal than what we're getting back in state. So when we decide to go ahead and complete them, when we file, we'll basically have to pay federal, up front. And then once that's done, and then they send us back money for state, we'll basically be losing $5 because we'll pay it and then we'll basically get it back. We'll just have to wait on it. You know what I mean? So it kind of cancels each other out. So it's not as terrible as it could be, but it's not great either. So it is what it is, I guess. But it could be much worse. Could owe both. Or get back nothing, which kind of feels like you're getting back nothing. But had we not been getting anything back from state, then we would just owe. Like I said, this at least kind of cancels each other out. So like I said, it's like you're paying something and then you turn around and getting it back. Kind of like you're loaning the government some money and then they're going to turn around and pay you back a little bit later, sort of. But anyway, so the big news is that my cousin Jimmy and his girlfriend Sarah, they had their baby boy on Thursday, January 30th, which happens to be our grandfather's birthday. Our grandfather, Papa Fred, he passed away back in 2008. And Jimmy actually lived with Papa Fred for a few years after Jimmy's parents both passed, a couple years apart from each other. So he was pretty close with Papa Fred and everything, and so it's pretty meaningful and special to him that his little boy, it was actually his second son, was born on Papa Fred's birthday. It means a lot to him. So that was kind of neat how it worked out, because his little boy was actually 5 weeks early. So he wasn't due until March 5th, but he showed up early. So, oh yeah, the lighting definitely changed here, didn't it? So yeah, anyway, so, let's try to do that. So, not very great angle, but hey, it is what it is. We'll just leave it as it is. Okay, so quickly, before I run out of time here, so Jonathan Lucas was born Thursday. He weighed 6 pounds, 10.4 ounces, I think they said, and 19.5 inches long. So it was a good size considering he was 5 weeks early, but his lungs were, still a little, I guess a little weak, slightly underdeveloped because he didn't go the full term. And so he had a little issue with, I guess the, trying to feed himself and everything. So they did have to put a feeding tube in him. Or not like a, I guess it is a feeding tube, but they did it through his nose, not like, through his stomach or anything, because there are different types. So I guess it's an NG. So anyway, hopefully, once he starts being able to eat on his own, of course, in the next day or so, that'll come out, and it won't be like a long-term thing or anything like that. He was in NICU, for the first day and a half, because his mom, Sarah, had the flu, actually, which, of course, they say can cause you to go into labor early, so that was probably part of the whole issue. So they, of course, checked him for respiratory problems, and his blood pressure was a little bit low, and they wanted to keep an eye and double check his blood sugar, and I think they thought he had just a little bit of fluid on his lungs, and just, the whole lungs being slightly underdeveloped because of the, 5 or so weeks early and all that kind of being a factor. They were just, I think, being extra cautious, really, just overall, especially, like I said, with her having the flu and everything. So I haven't actually been able to see him in person yet. I've seen a few pictures, and my cousin Jimmy, of course, being the father, he's been able to go back there to NICU and get all, gowned up, put the mask on, the gloves, the whole 9 yards, and all that, and go back there and see him and take pictures and hold him. But, well, I guess not hold him, actually, since he was in NICU, but, he was able to go and take a couple pictures and stuff. But anyway, they'll find out, I think, today or tomorrow, if maybe he'll get the feeding tube out. But say a little prayer for him that everything goes well and he continues to improve. Other than the feeding tube, he's doing really good. Actually, I think I might have gotten everything a little confused. I'm sorry if I'm just a little scatterbrained. It's been a busy couple of days. I've been running around everywhere. I kind of helped Jimmy out of taking him. They don't have their own vehicle at the moment, so I've had to take him to and from the hospital a couple of different times, and it's just been a little crazy. But the baby is not currently in NICU so they've cleared him as far as like there's not really any respiratory issues. He's just not he hasn't been feeding himself, so or eating on his own, so that's why they have, of course, the feeding tube. So as soon as he's able to do that, he'll be clear to go home. So he is currently in the regular nursery again, so because they had him in there initially for like just the first few hours, and then they moved him to the NICU to check on all the other stuff. And like I said, it's just kind of a cautionary thing, I think, but just still, we want everything to continue to improve. And then my cousin who lives down on the coast, his wife had her baby shower yesterday for baby Weston. He is due in about a month. I can't remember her exact due date, but I think it's sometime in March. I'll have to ask again. Maybe like March 12th. I'm not sure. And then I don't know if I've updated you guys or not, but my nephew, my younger brother, remember there was 3 boys that are all coming due soon. Now we're down to 2 because one's already here. So then my younger brother, Christian, his fiance, I guess they made it official now, they're engaged, so he put a ring on it. Jennifer is due, now they're saying instead of April 12th, she's measuring like a week or so early, so they're saying sometime between April 1st and April 5th is when they think she'll be like having Lucas. And apparently this Lucas name is still very popular, so because my nephew is going to be Lucas Michael, but they're going to call him Luke. And so far my cousin is calling his baby, his son, by his first name, so they are going by Jonathan, so that shouldn't be an issue there with the whole fact that his middle name is Lucas. So anyway, very popular name for some reason. Anyway, I'm parked at a store because I need to go in here and get kitty litter that I forgot to pick up yesterday, and toothpaste, because I was at 2 stores yesterday and I failed to get those 2 items. So I'm going to go in here and get that, and I'm going to take this movie back. I rented Black and Blue last night. Justin and I watched it. If you haven't seen it, it's a really great movie. I believe the female lead actress, her name is, I want to say Nicole Harris. I apologize if that's incorrect, but she was really excellent. She's young and new. I don't know what else she has been in. I'm pretty sure she's been in other things because she has a very familiar face. I apologize for not knowing more about her. She may just be starting, I'm not sure. So if you've seen her in something else, please tell me. Maybe you will help my memory. But she was really, really good. And also Tyrese Gibson, of course, was in this movie as well, and a few other people. And there was one guy, and if you don't know about this other show, you're gonna think I'm crazy and not know what I'm talking about, but one of Justin and I's guilty pleasure shows is Love After Lockup and Life After Lockup. And there's this guy named Lamar, and he's married to this girl named Andrea, who is a Mormon. And anyway, Lamar looks a lot like, or rather this actor, and I don't know the actor's real name, but he looked a lot like Lamar from that show. But we watched the credits and there was nobody named Lamar on there, so it wasn't him, but it could have been his brother, because they looked a lot alike, right in the face. They looked just alike. But anyway, it was a really good movie though, for real. If you have not seen it, check it out. It's just, I won't give it away or anything, but it's really good. So I'm gonna go. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you're watching. And I will try to come back and do some videos. I know I haven't been making any. There's plenty of shows I want to talk about. I need to be doing healthy updates because I've not really done that at all. I haven't been doing like weekly weigh-ins or anything, and I need to do that, but I need to be healthier so that I'm motivated to do that and keep checking in and all that. So I will try to do better. Comment below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day. Bye, guys.